Hello and welcome to this message, because if this video has found you and you've clicked on the link, there is something in it for you. So use your discernment, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's see what comes. The box. They're telling me two more from this deck. I'm not sure if I'm going to be pulling some tarot today. The Warrior. Okay. The Mother. I say that because I wasn't guided to put any tarot decks down. I do have some around should I need to, but let's talk about the box, because this is about the box that you have placed yourself in, 5-5, and you are awakening to the fact that you are in a cage. I mean, it's one of my favorite books. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, right? You're singing to yourself right now because you know that even in the cage, you are free. Now, what do we mean by that? Because, you know, we see this beautiful light in the box, but we don't see anything out of the box. But if we shift perspectives, perhaps the box is a pyramid. Our cages, our boxes, our entrapments are merely our thoughts, our feelings. Nobody has the power to make you feel trapped. I am speaking emotionally. It is, you know, a completely different thing when we were speaking about somebody physically overpowering you, and that's not what we were speaking about. And if that is your situation, please seek the help and assistance that is available to you in your present moment. Okay, coming back to this box of the mind, we are being called to be warriors. What does that mean? What does it mean to be a warrior? It means to face everything. I like this. Everything with the knowing that it's not really, I mean, it is about you being a conscious creator, but this message today is more about awakening just to the possibility, right? The possibility that your mind is more powerful than you could have ever imagined. Something that is coming to me in memory is of being told, not just by one person, but throughout my childhood, and I've definitely heard it in my adulthood, which is to say we as humans only use something like 3% of our brains, and if we were to use something like 10% of our brains, we might be able to fly. So 333. We've been told, and I think that quote or that thing had something to do with Einstein, and that he used slightly more of his brain than the average human. In this whole sort of story, what is the message? What is the message? That Einstein was unique, that he was special, and even he was limited. And we are even more limited. So in all these stories, these folklores, it's sometimes the truth has been twisted to get us to believe that we are limited. And this message here today, this is to tell you that you are not limited, that you only think you are. You only think that your brain isn't powerful. You don't, how do I word this? You don't realize that your thoughts about thinking that you are not a warrior, that they are literally enforcing that belief. making it even more difficult to believe otherwise. The more you think that you are in a terrible situation, the more you will see things that reflect that you are in a terrible situation. This is not to say that you are in a terrible situation or not in a terrible situation, but you have control of the situation that you are in by how you choose to focus your thoughts, how you choose to see yourself and thus the situation you are in. How do you see yourself in relation to the situation? When we see ourselves, as we often do when we are experiencing growth, we can see ourselves as broken. We are told that we need to heal our trauma. And yes, healing has to occur, but it doesn't have to occur in the way that others dictate. Your healing occurs however you choose it to occur, however you need it to occur. For some, it's simply acknowledging or being able to see why one feels that way. An example would be why people choose certain friends in their lives, and somehow always seem to feel bullied or less than, or always having to these feelings of inadequacy. So somewhere in their life they've always felt that they need to prove themselves, so they run around finding people that they can prove themselves to in the hopes that one of these people will finally go like, oh, yes, I see you, you're worthy. But they don't need to see you, and they don't need to think that you're worthy. You do. Because the only view of you that matters is the view of yourself. Which is why this mother came out. You are this pearl, this magnificent pearl, and you've been hiding. You've been hiding behind false truths, and it's not your fault. It's how it was designed. Because it is as you realize that which actually isn't true. And I'm not speaking about like little things. I'm speaking about big things. I'm speaking about the news. I'm speaking about how 5,000 people watch a news channel and suddenly 5,000 people are terrified of the same thing, and suddenly this thing really, really exists. It's something to think about. It's a perspective. But what I'm trying to emphasize here is that there are layers and layers and layers of false truths that have been serving you up until this point, that have been protecting you, because any fear that one feels is usually the inner child, the ego self's way of going, okay, wait, no, now we need to do something. People 911, people react differently to fear. Some people, but yeah, there are these layers that need to be broken through, and as you sort of break through them, you discover more and more of your magic as a being in this universe, in this world. You were told that you were small. You were told that you were little. You were told that you can't make a difference, and then there were little stories and Disney movies and that were like, oh yeah, there's that one special person. So we were always told that yes, there are special ones that can, but for the most part, like the chances of us being special, not that not that great, or not that likely. And that is the lie, because you are special. Synchronicity is a love letter from the universe across time and space. 24. This video finding you is a reminder of a truth that you need to hear, that you are special, and that your joy, and when you are happy, you bring joy into the world. Sharing your joy brings joy into the world. Say yes to an open door. Like, you've been given a message here, a message to consider, a message to ponder on, because you may have to watch this video a few times for it to make sense. 11:11. You may have to watch it again at a later stage. It doesn't matter. What matters, the only thing that matters from this message is that you take with you that you are a magical being, and you are a warrior, and you are awakening to the fact that you are not trapped. You never have been, you never will be. So I guess I want to end off with, start finding the song of your soul in your cage. And I say cage because that illusion is falling away for you, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. That is all for today. Have a beautiful now. Bye-bye.